Hey guys, welcome back. It's Em here. I have a little bit of a power flow for you. Should be about 30 minutes, but we all know I get a bit excited sometimes, so I'll try and stick to what I say. I'm really obsessed with hips at the moment, so that's what we're going to be working on. Not only are we going to be working on flexibility of the hips, which is a part of functional movement and really important. A lot of people crave hip flexibility. But a part of having a mobile hip is also having strong hips. So we're going to be working into a mix of strengthening and softening into the hips as well. So in saying that, let's get started, and we're going to start in child's pose. So coming to the back of your mat, toes together, knees nice and wide. Walk your hands a little bit further forward, let the hips come down towards the heels. And feel a nice long extension in your spine as you creep your fingertips a bit further forward. Can you anchor with your tailbone? Close your eyes down here and just take a few breaths to integrate into your practice. And giving yourself the simple goal of taking these next 30 or so minutes to be fully present in your body, to explore different forms of movement, and as always, connecting that with the breath. So as you start to deepen the breath now, breathe down to the base of the lungs, feel the belly expand. And as you exhale, feel your upper body soften down. 2 more rounds like this. And let your forehead sink down towards the earth. Maybe a gentle roll from side to side, just massaging out the muscles of the forehead. Allowing those sometimes creases to soften. And then gently coming up into a tabletop position. Let's just move through a few rounds of cat-cow as you inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, tuck chin to chest, round through the spine. Move with your breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Walk your hands, stay in your cat position and walk your hands all the way to your knees. And then sit back onto your heels but tuck your toes. So we come to sit on the heels as you reach your hands up. And bring them back down, hands to heart center. Inhale, interlace your fingers, palms face away from you, round through the spine. Exhale, we hold, keep pressing your palms further away from you. On your next inhale, reach your palms up towards the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Take a full breath in. Palms interlace, pressing away from you. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, press the palms up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. One more time. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, palms face away from you, round through the spine. Think cat-cow. Inhale, reach up, press your chest out between your arms. And exhale, hands to heart center. I know your feet are probably feeling it now. Take a full breath in. And exhale, just tap the tops of the feet out. Beautiful. From your tabletop position, hug the belly in, press your fingertips into the mat, and for your shoulders, move slightly away from the mat. From here, press into your left knee and top of the left foot as you reach your right sole of the foot up towards the sky. Keep a tuck of your belly, so don't let your lower back sag down. Then we're just going to make circles with that hip. It's almost like we're greasing a machine. I always think of my WD-40. I like to think of that with the joints. So just creating nice, big, wide circles, drawing in towards your elbow, swishing past that other thigh, and then come back around the other way. So trying a little bit of a hip lift, out and around. One more time. Core is on, belly is strong, reaching back. Sole of the foot presses up towards the sky, engage your hamstrings, and exhale, lower down. Switching sides. Press the shin and the top of the right foot into the mat as the left sole of the foot comes up. Keep your belly hugging in towards your spine as you press that foot up, but don't round Don't sink through your lower back, sorry. And then we round, making circles with the hip. You might feel a few creaks and groans. Let's see if we can breathe a little bit of lightness into the hip joint as we warm it right up. Coming back around the other way. You might feel that opposite glute, so your right glute starts to stabilize and work a little bit. That's just a bonus. One more time, lift, squeeze, and back down, and coming down. From here, tuck your toes, round through your spine, walk your hands back to your knees, and this time you're going to lift the knees off the floor for a little bit of a toe stand. So my heels are lifted, and what we automatically want to do is pull our knees into our chest, but I want you to bring your kneecaps down, lift your chest away from your thighs, so your thighs start to become parallel with the front of the mat. You can have your fingertips holding onto a block. My arms actually aren't long enough to touch the floor here, so I'm going to have to work with balance. Find your breath, bring your hands to heart center or supports underneath you. See if you can keep pulling your belly away from your thighs stay parallel with the floor. Breathe for 3, for 2, and 1. Slowly let the heels sink down. Let's walk it out to downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet, let one heel drop down at a time. Press firmly into your fingertips to lift your right leg up towards the sky. Find length through the back body, and then stack your hips on top of one another. Keep that leg straight. Turn your right armpit down, bend your knee, stack your hips, lift that knee a little bit higher. Find opening through the front of the pelvic joint here. Lift a little bit higher, engage your glute muscles, outer hip muscles, and then slowly lowering back down. Left leg lifts. Inhale, find straight leg. And then we stack the hips on top of one another. Keep your legs straight. Now your toes point out towards the side. And then we bend the knees, stack the hips. Breathe space from your fingertips all the way up to that knee as it points up towards the top back corner of the room or the sky. And slowly lowering back down. Look between your hands, rise up onto your tippy toes. Your choice to step outside the right hand, then outside the left hand, or you can hop into your squat. Sink down from here. Option to have the heels lifted or the heels grounded. Press the palms together, elbows inside the knees. Opening through the hip joint. Keep pressing the pubic bone forward as the tailbone draws down. And then as we exhale, heel toe the feet in underneath you, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, roll the spine all the way up to standing, reach the hands up and overhead. Exhale, fold, hinging at the hips. Warming up the spine, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, roll the spine all the way up to standing, reach the hands up and overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Reach your right knee in towards your chest. See if you can press down through the left foot and lift higher with your right knee. Then from here, see if you can start to draw some circles. So start inside out. Just making nice wide circles, just as we did in our tabletop. This time we are standing. And come back around the other way. Notice if it feels any different, or it feels just as creaky for me in this old right hip. Squeeze that knee in towards your chest, breathe, hold, and with control, lower down. Reach the left knee in towards the chest stalk pose. Keep your hands at heart center. And then we start to draw some circles. So it doesn't matter which way you start, as long as we go both directions at some point. And you're leading with that kneecap. So imagine you're drawing with your knee. Come back around the other way. See if I can make this as fluid as possible. Really pull that knee out to the side. Squeeze left knee into chest. Hold 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Inhale, reach your hands up and overhead. Press down through your feet. Reach up through your fingertips. Exhale, fold, hinging at the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let's step it back to a high plank position. On the knees or off the knees. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, we lower with control. Hips and chest, hit the mat at the same time. Lower all the way down, tops of the feet press, elbows squeeze together. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes. Send it back, downward facing dog. And take a full breath in. At the end of the exhale, step to the outside of the mat or hop to the outside of the mat into your squat. Coming down, take a full breath in, palms pressed together. Exhale, fold over the legs, heel toe the feet in. Inhale, roll the spine all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. And this time, inhale, bring your right knee up towards your chest. As we exhale, we're going to swing that knee out towards the side in a really slow transition to your warrior two. See if you can find that right leg extending back behind you. And as if you have little eyes on your toes, tap the foot back with control. From here, start to lean forward, reach forward. Elbow comes to the thighs. We meet in an extended side angle. Your back heel's grounding down as I rotate my chest up towards the sky. Take a full breath in. And sink a little bit deeper breath out. On your inhale, flip your front palm, reverse, reach up and back. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to the mat. Move through a round of vinyasa. On the knees or off the knees, exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend of choice. If you like, up dog, press the arms straight, lift the thighs. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. At the end of the exhale, step or float forward into your squat pose. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, heel toe the feet, fold over. Roll the spine up to standing, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the left knee to chest. Reach the hands up. Without your hands, pull that left knee out to the left. And really, really slow transition out. See how slow you can make it. Bend through the right leg. Tap the left foot down. Warrior two. Check in with your stance. Front toes point forward, back heels parallel with the back of the mat. Gaze just past the front middle finger. Inhale, lean forward, reach forward. Elbow to the thigh. If you like to come a little bit deeper, you can sink into the hips. That hand can search for a block or the mat beneath you. Sweep the arm up and over as we reach into your extended side angle. Keep your back foot grounding down. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, flip your front palm, reverse, reach up and back. And exhale, cartwheel the hands to the mat. Step it back. Vinyasa, high to low plank, up dog or back bend, downward facing dog. I'm going to flow one breath, one movement. Look between your hands, rise up onto your tippy toes. Step or float into your squat pose. Inhale, sink the hips down. Exhale, heel toe the feet, fold forward. Inhale, roll the spine all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, stork pose, hands go up. Exhale, slow transition to your warrior two. On your inhale, you tap down. And exhale, sink. Lean forward, reach forward, elbow to thigh or hand to the mat. Find your extended side angle. Exhale, hold. Keep a bend in your left knee. Inhale, flip the front palm, reverse. And exhale, cartwheel the hands to the mat. Warm the body up, vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Look between your hands, rise up onto your tippy toes. When there's no breath at all, step or float to the front of the mat. Inhale, sink the hips down, press open. Exhale, forward fold, heel toe the feet. Inhale, hands reach overhead, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, left knee to chest. And really slow transition. Exhale, pull the knee out to the side. On the arrival of your next inhale, we tap down. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lean forward, reach forward. Exhale, we hold, extended side angle, sink into that front hip. Inhale, reverse, reach up and back. Exhale, hands to the mat, step it back. Vinyasa, option to have a 3-limb vinyasa. Lift that back leg. Back bend. Down dog. One more time each side. Take a full breath in. At the end of the exhale, step or float to your squat. Inhale, bum down, chest up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, hands come overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, right leg stork pose. Exhale, swing it all the way out, slow transition. Take 2 breaths here. On your inhale, we start to tap down. Exhale's warrior 2. Inhale, extended side angle, lean forward, reach forward. Exhale, we hold. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, hands to the mat. Move through your version of vinyasa. Any variations you like here. You can skip vinyasa if you like. Downward facing dog, last round. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, step or float to your squat. Inhale, squat pose. Exhale, forward fold. Feet under hips. Inhale, roll the spine up. Hands up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, stalk pose, hands come up. Knee comes up. Exhale, swing the left knee. Tap it back, really slow transition here. As you take your next exhale, warrior 2. Lean forward, reach forward. Inhale, extended side angle. And exhale, you hold. Sink a deeper. Sink a deeper. As you take your full breath in, reach up and back, reverse. And exhale, cartwheel the hands to the mat. Step it back, vinyasa. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 rounds of recovery breath, down dog or child's pose. Lengthen out your exhale. Remind yourself we're present in the body, not letting the mind flit off with all those inner critics, to-do lists. Exhale it all out. Reach your right leg up towards the sky, inhale. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, pull it in. Shoulders come over wrists, hug your belly in. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, center of the chest. Pull your chin towards your knee and your knee towards your chin. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, left elbow, pull it across, squeeze, hold, find your twist. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to chest. If you like, I don't think I've got the space for it, but you can play with Ekapada Kundinyasana. Bend the elbows, squeeze the thigh in. Perhaps you lift that back leg off. Not happening for me today, that's fine. On your inhale, 3-legged dog. And then exhale, plant that foot between your hands. Low lunge. Drop your back knee down, inhale, reach the hands up. And exhale, hands to your thigh. Press the mat away. Sink a little bit deeper into that hip. Feel a stretch through your left hip flexor, so left front of the thigh. If you want to dial this up a little bit, you can come up onto your back knee. Breathe for 3, for 2. One more full breath in, lengthen the spine nice and tall. Fingertips reach tall. Exhale, hands to the mat. Swing it all the way up to a 3-legged dog. Bend your knees, stack your hips on top here, and see how it feels. Perhaps you can stay here, or if you want to explore Wild Thing, dip that right toe down at the same time that you peel your right hand up. Chest rotates up towards the sky. Press in, squeeze, hold. And slowly rotate that shoulder back down towards the earth. 3-legged dog. Exhale, foot to the mat. Other side. I might see if I can make myself some room here. Beautiful. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Squeeze, hold, belly in. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Find the full extension. Exhale, knee to chest. Pull in, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to right elbow, squeeze, hold. Breathe, lift the ankle a bit higher. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Option to come back to that left elbow, squeeze and hold, or bend the elbows, see how it feels to play with your Ekapada. And then a little arm balance there. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to chest, plant the foot between your hands. Option to drop the back knee down just for a first few rounds of breath. Hands to the thigh as you press down. Can you stay active through the left foot? Lift the chest away from the thigh. And if you like a little bit more, 3 steady rounds. Squeeze the thighs, pick up the back knee, crescent lunge, breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Hands come back down towards the earth. With control, see if you can lift that foot without it scraping all the way up to the sky. 3-legged dog. Bend your knees, stack your hips on top of one another. You can choose to stay here, find an opening through your front pelvis. Otherwise, dip the left toe down at the same time the left hand peels up. Maybe we stay side on, maybe we rotate the chest up. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Circle it back down, all the way back. 3-legged dog. And exhale, foot returns to earth. You can rinse it out with a round of vinyasa. I'm going to stay right put in my down dog. And then slowly start to come forward. I'll wait for my vinyasa people, just in case. From your downward facing dog. Come forward into your high plank. Round through your upper back, really, really exaggerated. Hug the belly in. And then come onto your tiptoes and lower the knees down. 4, 5, 4, 3. Keep rounding through your back. 2, 1. Drop the knees down. Nice. From here, come through around a cat-cow. Exhale, round. From here, we're going to start to find our hip range of motion again. So right hip rolls around. A couple of rounds here. And then I'm going to find an extension with that right leg out towards the side. So my foot is off the mat now. Pressing into the knife edge of that right foot as I start to lower down into my puppy pose. The only difference is that my right leg is extended out to the side. You might feel this through the shoulders, you might feel this through your inner thighs if you're quite tight. If it's a bit much through the shoulders, you can bend the elbows and just rest your forehead down. And let's take a few rounds of breath here. And then slowly, just coming back up onto your hands. Tuck your heel in towards the center, and we walk the hips all the way back till we sit the hips onto the floor, and we make it into our Janu Sirsasana pose. I'll turn to face you. So my left sole of the foot is pressing into my thigh. Right foot is extended. Stay as you are on the mat, and then just fold over that front leg. A little bit of a stretch through side body. Moving into that lower back area, which does link up to all your hip joints. If you'd like a little bit more sensation through the side of the body, left hand grabs your right foot. And then you can press your right hand through that little keyhole you've made. Press it onto the mat and rotate the chest towards the side. If you're quite open, then feel free to grab onto the knee with your right hand and rotate the chest up. If it felt better to square your chest down over that extended leg, then do that. And take one more full breath in and exhale. You unravel. Press back up to seated. And you're going to roll, so we're going to untuck that leg. And we're going to roll forward onto our hip now. So we kind of come into a Skandasana, exactly where you are. You can lift that heel off the mat if you need. So we're pressing the pelvis forward and coming into Skandasana. And take a few rounds of breath here. You might feel it more through that hip now, through that inner thigh, or the extended right leg. Option to press the left hand down and open the right hand up. Bring your gaze up towards the sky. Take a full breath in. See if you can drop your hips down a little lower. Lift the chest. And then slowly coming back down, the same way we came. This time you're going to draw your knee in towards your left knee. So we're internally rotating the thigh. And then I'm going to fold over that right leg again. So the only thing that's changed is the positioning of the left foot and the left leg. Rather than the knee moving away from the body as we were before. That knee now pushes in and my ankle is on the outside. Let's take one more full breath in here. And a full breath out. Slowly walk your hands back up to seated. And come into deer pose. So it's kind of like 90 degrees with both your knees. And you will kind of feel your left hip peels off the mat a little bit. As best we can, we square off. And see how it feels to just fold over that right shin. So we sort of veer off towards the right, but press the hips back. And slowly walk your hands back up. And playing with a little bit of hip strength now, you want to see if you can lift your left ankle and left knee. So my hands come either side of my right knee, and I'm going to see if I can just use my hip strength to pick the whole left leg off the floor. Try not to use your lean too much. So you're really working that outer hip muscle. Let's go another 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one we hold in the air. Breathe for 5. Chest up tall, 4. Keep flexing your foot, ankle lifts, 3, 2, 1. Pulse it up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rinse it out. Just windscreen wipe the legs. I'm kind of rolled all over my mat now, but that's okay. And then we will just send our body back to our downward facing dog. Notice the difference between the left and the right side. And then slowly start to come forward again into your high plank position, really round through the upper back. Keeping that cat-like position with your spine, see if you can lower the knees down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees press down slow. And as we did on the other side, we're going to find that hip range of motion with the left hip now. You might feel a little bit fatigued because we just worked that left outer hip. If you can really find that movement coming from core, coming from hip joint. And then extend that left leg out. And I'm really pressing the sole of my foot down. Fold down, puppy pose. Forehead resting, or if it's okay, through your neck, chin can rest on the mat. Let's take 3 rounds of breath here. Allow the chest to soften. We've got strength through that outer foot. You're letting those inner thigh muscles soften. And from here, we slowly walk the hands back underneath us. I'm going to swing my right foot in towards the center so there's space for my hips to land as I just walk the hips back, back, back. And we come into Janu Sirsasana. So right sole of the foot into the left thigh like a tree pose. Turn over your left leg, square your chest, find your fold. With each exhale, can you soften a little bit deeper? And if you played with any twist variation on the other side, feel free to do so on this side. Right hand grabs left foot. So think opposite hand, opposite limb. And if you like that, left hand can thread through the keyhole you've made. Press the floor away as you open your chest out towards the right hand side. Otherwise, if you're quite nice and open, then feel free to grab on left hand to right knee. If you'd like a little bit more stretch through side body, press your feet, your toes forward to pull your chest, your side body a little bit more open. And one more full breath in. And exhale, releasing. I'm just going to bring my right sole of the foot down towards the earth. Press the chest forward, and I haven't quite mastered this yet, so I'm going to use my hand to come up into Skandasana, pressing the hips forward. Palms can come to heart center. Now on this side, my heel is actually lifted. I'll come to face you. Because I'm asymmetrical. I'm human. One side the heel drops down, the other side it doesn't, so don't carry any judgment about that. For yourself, in how you are in your body. If you like, you can open up the arms. Left arm reaches up, right arm trails down. Gaze follows the left fingertips. Keep lifting the chest, drop the hips down. Nice. And slowly bring both hands back down towards the earth. We're going to lower the hips back down again. Down, down, down. Sit the hips down. And then you're going to internally rotate. So draw the knees towards one another. My chest squares off to that left leg. Again, I've gone about 360 degrees around my mat, but that's okay. So you want to feel a little bit of that internal rotation. You might feel this through your front thigh, and you should also feel this in your hamstring. See if you can soften your whole front body down over that extended leg. And take another 2 rounds of breath. Slowly walk your hands back up. And we'll find our 90-90 or deer pose. So both knees are at 90 degrees. Take a moment to just turn your chest over towards that left-hand side. See if you can still anchor the right hip down as you just fold momentarily down over that front leg. It's not supposed to be as intense as, say, a pigeon pose. It's much more of a subtle pose. And it's often used in yin yoga. Take another full inhale in. And exhale out. And walking the hands back up. Keep my hands on either side of that left knee. And we're going to play with picking up the ankle and the knee of the right. See if you can avoid leaning too much. And then placing it back down. Another 5. Lower with control. 4. See if you can keep your knee and your ankle lifting in one line. 3. 2. Find that lift right from your hip joint. 1. And hold for 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And pulse up and down. So lifting knee and ankle. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Softly lower it down. Lean back onto your hips and windscreen wipe the legs all the way out. And a nice super quick traditional hip open. Now we're going to move into our pigeon pose. One of my favorites. It's kind of like a forward fold and a hip opener, so I get time to feel like I've internalized my practice. So from your downward facing dog, you can extend the right leg up, knee comes into chest, and we plant the shin down right knee to right wrist. And the left ankle is somewhat towards the left wrist, but it doesn't have to be parallel or anything. Just enough so we get a stretch through the outer hip. You can choose to stay upright on your fingertips. This is a really nice option for back bend if you want to build a bit more energy into your day. If you're ready to come down, perhaps a bit more of a restorative approach, dropping down to your level of a forward fold, whether that's on the hands, on the elbows, perhaps you're lying all the way down. And the further in we fold, the more intense the stretch gets. See if you can send your breath to your hips, softening. And as we exhale out, the entire body melts into the pose. Using the breath here to hold your attention in your body. Slowing the breath down. On your next inhale, come up. Tuck your toes, lift your knee, downward facing dog. However you like to transition, we're just going to come to the other side. Take a few seconds in down dog to notice the difference. And then, whether you lift the leg up or you just come straight into your pigeon, gentle flexion of those left toes. Shuffling that right knee back behind you. You can choose to stay on the fingertips, press the heart forward, anchor the hips down. Still get a nice stretch here and a back bend. Otherwise, we fold in for a deeper hip stretch. If you can gently pull that right hip crest down towards the earth. Just start to bring your awareness to that little sense of energies that are zipping through the body. Perhaps we opened up in some spaces today, physically and mentally. And gently come onto your hands, roll onto your left hip. See if we can swing that right leg forward. One last little hip work. And either folding down into a Shavasana or coming to seat, working into your version of meditation. I'm going to leave you right here. We always say it in class, just reserve time for about 10 deep breaths. And you're always welcome to stay longer if you like. Take a full breath in. Exhale, just release it out. Thank you very much for coming to join me on your mat today. We'll be back next week.